Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's tutorial, we'll be painting another cherry blossom scenery. And this is what we'll be painting. I have the reference photo available as well. If you're interested, it will be in the link in the description below. Do check it out. So this one, I did it without any pencil sketch and dive in straight with just the colors. So today's tutorial will be an interesting one. And I'd like to invite you to also paint with me without the use of any pencil sketch. So it'll be more of a very loose, freestyle type of painting. And yeah, let's just go with the flow and see where our painting brings us. Before we start, I'd just like to share with you a painting that we did last week. We also did a cherry blossom painting, and I really like how this turned out because we used lots of these pretty pinks and purple blues that help to give this overall lovely sweet scenery. So do check it out if you haven't already done so. It's a pretty simple scenery to paint, and it's done in a postcard size format. So yeah, do check it out. It's on my YouTube channel under the Cherry Blossom playlist. Okay, so let's dive right in. And here I have a A5 size paper, and since we are going really freestyle in today, so I thought of just skipping out the masking tape and yeah, paint as we go, and then I'll just build up the frame from there. And something different that we'll be doing as well, I'll be using a Chinese brush that I have here with me. There's no specific brand for this, just a basic Chinese brush that I got off my art store. And then let's go into colors. So for the cherry blossom colors, I'll be using, this one here is from Sennelier. I'm not sure if you can see because the paper is worn out, but this is Crimson Lake. So I'll just squeeze some in over here. And let me swatch out the colors for you. You can see this is a very lovely pink. But for our painting, we'll be going in much lighter, around this shade here, this very light wash of pink. And then for purple, we'll be using this one that you can see here, this very light wash of purple. It goes really well together, so we'll be using these two colors for the cherry blossom trees. Feel free to use any purple that you have on your palette. Alright, and then for the greens, okay, I already have it swatched out here. So here you can see we have sap green. This will be the main green that we'll be using. And then here is a yellowish green. This color here, yellowish green, I'm using here is a brown pink from Sennelier. Otherwise, something similar like this will do. And then we have darker green. This one here is greenish umber. And I have phthalo green light for a lighter green. So I'm not sure if I'll be using this, but I'll be playing around with these few hues of greens for our background. And then we have sepia and burnt umber for the browns. Okay, so I'm going to start painting, and I'll be using the dry brushing technique. So going in with my brush like so, and then I'm going to twist like this to open up the bristle. Okay, and then what we are going to get is strokes like this. And then from this, we get a lot of white gaps in between. That's what we want to achieve. So if it's too much water, feel free to just put this on the paper towel, the fatter side of the brush, to absorb that excess water. Okay, let's test it one more time. Looks good. Okay, and then let's go right in. You can see that I'm pressing all the way down using the entire brush. Okay, and then going in with that purple, and I'm applying it when it's still wet. And this will be applying around the shadow areas. Okay, and then let's do for the other areas, going back with the pink. Okay, and then going in with the purple, just dropping in on the wet areas. And then let's do a little bit of splatter. Okay, and I'm going to do the same for the other side. And then going in with the purple. You can see that I'm just applying on the bottom areas of each portion. And you have to do this quick before the pink area dries out, because we want soft blends like this. Okay, and I'm just going to leave this like that. So we are done with the cherry blossom, and I'm just going to, let's add some splatters. And then now let's go in straight to do the greens. Going in with sap green. Same, I'm going to open up the bristles as well. So it's a lot of doing this for this painting. And you can't do this with a normal mop brush like this one here, because twisting and opening up like that will damage the brush. But it's fine with Chinese brush. Okay, so let's go in. Okay, then we have some darker greens. And then playing around with that few greens that I mentioned earlier. The yellowish green and the darker green. And then using water, I'll just try to blend out the greens in between the purples and the pinks. And then I'm going to change to a smaller brush. Let's add some patterns and details for the grass. Okay, and then let's switch over to a liner brush. Create smaller lines. Okay, and then now I'm going to leave this area to dry, and once that's dry, we're going to add in the bench here. For now, let's paint in those tree branches. So this color here. And then I'm just going to follow the reference photo. I'm not going to paint out a lot of that branch because most of it will be hidden underneath the flowers. So this style of painting the cherry blossom tree is slightly different from what we did in the past video. The use of the Chinese brush, mainly we paint out using the brush strokes by pressing down the brush and opening up the bristles, which makes it a lot easier to paint and faster as compared to the technique that we used in the previous class. Okay, so for this side, I'm just going to leave it out and probably have the frame start here. So let's just leave that for now. Okay, so very subtle branches showing out from the tree. Okay, so now what's left to do is to pin in the bench. And if you're afraid of diving in straight, painting the main subject, can just slightly draw in the position of the bench. So let's paint that in. Okay, and then let's paint in our human. So I'm going to start for the head. I'm going to use a skin color by mixing pink with a little bit of yellow. Like this. And then for the top, I'll maybe just use some turquoise. And then we have the shadow down here. So I'm going to mix up a gray using the colors that I already have on my palette. Something like this. Okay, and then let's draw in the hair. And maybe I'll switch to a smaller brush and just use my liner brush for that. Just add some, a little bit more grass. So for this step now, I'm just adding some accents to make the painting pop up a little more. Adding dark accents around the shadow, which is by making the darker area darker and making the lighter area lighter. Later on, we'll use white gouache to bring in some of that highlights. So yeah, just darkening all these branches. Okay, and then with the highlights, okay, so this is what the final painting looks like. This is also done in a postcard size format. Perfect for gifting it to your loved ones or your friends and family. And yeah, so this is another technique of painting cherry blossoms using a Chinese brush. And I really like how the effect turned out. It's, I guess, pretty effortless to create cherry blossom trees in this way as compared to what we did earlier in the previous tutorial. This one we had to apply lots of brush strokes to get in the petals where we painted each one of them individually. But as for this is more of a loose style, creating larger brush strokes and then just applying in some shadows with the purples to achieve this overall soft cherry blossom look. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching today's tutorial. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, if you painted along, do share your works with me on Instagram. I'd love to see and share your works. And that's all from me today. I hope you have a great day, happy painting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!